Croft here, Pan-Continental Resources, Pancon Resources. It is a gorgeous day here in the Carolinas. We are releasing this video on Tuesday, December the 21st, 2021. And we put out today a news release on our flagship Brewer Gold Copper Project here in South Carolina. Now, we have now reported, as of this news release, all results from our Phase 2 Rotary Air Blast, or RAB, shallow drill program, and our Phase 2 Core Diamond Drill program. In the Core Drill program, we drilled holes 8 through 17. And that took place throughout a lot of this year. We had some really slow turnaround times from the labs, which we managed through. In fact, we turned it to our advantage by taking some time later in this third and fourth quarter to take the data and build out and refresh our geological compilation and discovery model. We did our rotary air blast, our Phase 2 RAB drilling this past June, and it took a while to get those results in, but you can see in the news release today, which has 2 tables and 2 figures, a whole bunch of really exciting information. And we feel really good about where we are. And going into the new year, we're going to be drilling in the first quarter. That's part of the plan. And we got some really exciting high priority drill targets. So I just wanted to put out this video before the end of the year and talk a little bit about today's news release, because there's a lot of information in that. So let's look at the first figure in that news release right now. Okay, so if you see here, figure 1, is a really interesting figure, and it includes all of the results from our Phase 2 RAB program. You can see in those colored large circles, and the smaller gray dots are composite criteria that we used, and you can also see in the larger gray holes with the cross through it, those are some of our core holes from Phase 2 drilling. But what's interesting too, we took a composite of the historic blast hole data from the previous mine in all 3 pits, the Brewer pit, the B6 pit, and the Northwest Trend pit. And we took those, and that is designed to help show you some contrast. You can see the historic production blast hole data from those 3 pits shows a halo of near-surface gold mineralization around the former mine and what appears to be an extension of mineralization to the west, which we call the Western Target Area. And that, as a result, has given us some real good high-priority drill targets for our Phase 3 drilling, which we plan for next year. And then if you look on this same figure, you can see in captions B21B-100 in that Western Target Area. That's one of the shallow RAB holes. B1, there's 100, there's 111 to the west, there's 153 to the south, and then there is 175. And those are all mentioned in the very beginning of the news release today as being highlights, and they all include some very interesting results. Now, of the 104 RAB holes that we drilled in Phase 2, none of them went deeper than 25 vertical meters. So these are very shallow holes, but they give us very good information. I want to highlight a couple of things about the results we got from this Phase 2 of our RAB drill program. First of all 104 holes contain detectable gold. That's using the laboratory's 5 parts per billion, or ppb, detection limit. The average gold grade of all 1,437 RAB drill samples is nearly 100 parts per billion, or 0.1 ppm. That's the same as 0.1 grams per ton gold. So the ppm in grams per ton is an easy calculation to make. And 87.5% of all RAB holes in this Phase 2 contain at least one sample grading higher than 50 ppb, or 0.05 ppm gold. So this is very exciting. We're seeing gold everywhere, just like we did in our Phase 1 RAB drill program, which we reported on at the end of last year. So all of this bodes very well for our geologic compilation and discovery model. It's progressing. That work is progressing according to plan. We are more confident than ever in the potential for new discoveries across the land package, both the Brewer and Jefferson projects, both in a brecciated upper zone as well as in a deeper mineralized lower zone. On figure 2 of this news release, I want to just point out quickly here a nice photograph of some core from hole 16. Now, this is the core hole, diamond hole 16. You can see intense silicification and minor chalcopyrite mineralization at about 290 meters down hole. Now, that's quite significant. And in our news release, we talk about that a little bit. Hole 16 was significant in that it was drilled 350 meters north-northwest of the former mine. You can see it there on figure 1, the figure we talked about earlier. It's up there to the north-northwest. It's a good step out away from the old mine. It remained within a package of strongly altered and mineralized volcanic rocks for 380 meters. So that's quite exciting, and there's more in the news release that's more technical about the copper-bearing sulfide minerals, bornite and chalcopyrite. We reported about that same hole back in August 31 of this year. So that's a lot of information for this video. It's great to close out the year with some excellent results. And the whole team is on board. We're excited. I think 2022 is going to be a very exciting year for Pancon Resources and the Brewer Gold and Copper Project. I wish all of you the happiest of holidays and a safe and prosperous new year. We'll see you soon. And until then, that is all for now.